Hey, Virgo, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your 2024 yearly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome to 2024, Virgo. A lot of you are really excited to step into this year of the dragon, 8 energy. You are ready to start this new chapter in your life because I feel for a lot of you, you have faced a lot of ups and downs, just like everyone else has in the last few years. But for some of you, it has been one thing after another I'm getting. And I feel like this year, not that there's not going to be any struggles, Virgo, but I feel you've already acquired the knowledge, the experience, the lessons for a lot of the things that you possibly had went through in the past. Therefore, when they do show up again, or they come up to challenge you with a lesson, I feel like you're going to pass with flying colors. Now, of course, you may be presented with new obstacles, but I feel like those are also learning experience based on what you've kind of already gone through. It's almost like I feel you've been in preparation mode. You've been preparing for 2024's energy, which on a global level, economic, political, we're going to see a lot of shakeups. But I also get here self-sustainability, regardless if you're in a relationship, regardless of what's happening around the world financially. I feel like you're going to be able to sustain whatever is thrown at you. So I like this energy coming in. Now, we do start off here in January. We'll be doing a monthly forecast for you, Virgo. And I feel that you're definitely ready to move forward. Okay, you're ready to take action. You start off in the month of January with the Body Talk card and the Magician. So this is a beautiful energy of looking at your body, mind, soul, basically taking a look at your health, taking a look mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. It's about getting back on track. And a lot of people in January set New Year's resolutions, set goals, set intentions. But I always like to think January is the blueprint. January is the groundwork for the entirety of the year. And so it looks like you're focusing on self-love. This is about you putting yourself first. That is not selfish. And we're taught that we must put everyone ahead of our own needs, that we must be put on the back burner. And I feel like you are working through some of those limitations and you are choosing yourself here. And that's not selfish, because what was selfish was maybe abandoning oneself for years on end. And I feel like you're finally doing what's best for you. Okay, this is about exercise as well. Some of you may be starting a new exercise regime, new healthy eating patterns. You may be doing dry January, cutting out sugars, taking a look at where you are feeling depleted and where you are feeling good, feeling healthy. And a lot of you want to get back into feeling motivated towards life again, whether it's your career, your health, your relationships, your romantic situations. I mean, you have the Magician here, and the Magician has all of the tools necessary, right? So in the past, I feel a lot of you have dealt with people who've misused their power, maybe through manipulative or narcissistic tendencies. Perhaps you yourself have even misused your power based on needing to learn more about the situation, needing to learn more soul lessons, right? But you're in the upright here and the Magician energy, and this is about you using your power to manifest from a place of heart and soul, not fear and anxiety. And I feel like you're also pushing past the superficial. So perhaps there were things on, within yourself, maybe on a physical level, that you really had a difficult time accepting. I feel like you're pushing through the superficial and you're saying, you know what, I may have these gray hairs, I may have these wrinkles or these things on my body that I really, that aren't flattering, but I'm going to love them anyway. I'm going to love myself through the good, the bad, the ugly. And I feel like you're pushing through, again, superficial, not just with yourself, but with others. I also see that the things that you're not necessarily loving to 100%, you're changing. You're figuring out, how can I look better? How can I feel better? How can I align my body, mind, soul? So this is really great. It's about mental health, body image, chakra healing, and you're realizing that, yes, you have all of the tools necessary to move forward in 2024 to bring abundance, happiness, success, love, and health. Whatever it is that you are seeking, you have the tools. So January, you're definitely starting off on a high note here. You're getting your head in the right spot and you're looking beyond. And I feel for a lot of us, especially you, Virgo, this is a year where it's time to push past the barriers of surface level relationships, surface level careers. This is a year we get a little bit deeper. Now, even though 2023 was a 7 year, which was all about inner awareness, spirituality, insight, deep wisdom, the 8 year is all about power, strength, authority. It's about moving forward and taking action on what's best for you, on your behalf. So I'm loving where we're going here. Now, in February, some of you could have some memories that arise from the past, and you're being asked to be patient with yourself, be patient with others. This could be about reminiscing as well. Some of you may feel in the month of February, there could have been maybe a celebration of life. Perhaps February strikes a lot of emotions within you. Perhaps it's due to Valentine's Day. Maybe you're taking a look at relationships. Maybe you're taking a look at, I'm getting parental energy for some of you, mother or father. There could even be some childhood wounding, things that come up of that nature. But in February, this is about the good old days. It's important for you not to romanticize the past, but I also get simplicity is key this month. So try not to overcomplicate things. Try not to get too much in your head. And if you have any triggers show up, I feel it's important for you to be aware of them, but try not to go down the rabbit hole, right? It's important to be aware. Remember what we said earlier, you have the lessons, you have the experience to be able to go through some situations that may come back up this time around, maybe a little leftover residue from 2023. But I feel with the Temperance, you have this sense of self-control, right? You have a sense of moderation, self-control, where if there is a trigger or if there's some fears of the past coming in, or maybe you are romanticizing a situation thinking, well, maybe it wasn't that bad, or maybe it was really, really good. I feel like you're going to rein yourself back in and you're going to find that balance, okay, when it comes to anything of the past. Now, on the flip side, the good part of the memories is, some of you could literally write a book, you could write a memoir, or you could share your experiences, and that could actually put you in a place of feeling more in control. It would be a wonderful month to journal more, to vlog, take pictures, begin maybe a new creative adventure. So I love where February could take you if you, again, try not to back spiral or backspin. Because I feel with the Temperance, you start off with 2 major arcanas in 2024. This is about you being able to compromise, right? Compromise. For example, let's say there was a relationship and you're feeling a little bit nostalgic with the memories. You may be going back and saying, I really miss this person. Maybe it wasn't that bad. But then you're kind of giving yourself a reality check with a splash of cold water, and you're saying, but there was a reason why we parted ways. There was a reason, Virgo, why we went through what we went through. And I feel like you're finding that balance within maybe the shadow aspect and the lighter aspect as well. And you're going to find a balance, you'll find a compromise, and that can be for any area of your life. March, we have creativity, followed by the Four of Materials. The Four of Materials is about what do we want to hang on to versus let go of. So what could be blocking your creativity in the month of March, and what could be expanding upon your creative endeavors? Now, are there financial situations? Is this something that you could monetize off of? In the month of March, I'm also getting class, education, knowledge, workshop. Some of you Virgos in the month of March, you're going to feel quite inspired. And I feel like it's important to let go of any distractions, any limiting beliefs, or anything that hinders your creative flow. Because it looks like March is a really beautiful month to express yourself, to act upon your new ideas, to let your imagination flow free. This is about talent. Some of you are artists on a big level. You have a lot of talent here, and it doesn't mean that you have to be a painter or you have to be a poet, right? Creativity shows up in all different forms, from how your house looks to the way you dress. We can be creative in so many different fashions. So be sure that you are discovering the bits and pieces of, what your creative self is all about. And they just showed me 11:01 on the clock. So some of you could even be seeing that you manifest things quite quickly, or you find that you're in the creative flow. I'm getting creative juices are really coming in for you in the month of March, and you're going to feel inspired, and you could monetize off this as well. It is something you could make money off of, but I feel like that's not the sole intention, or at least it's not that you're manifesting for the sole purpose of just money. I feel like it's coming from, a divine channeled energy, and the money will be a bonus. So beautiful month to act on your creative ventures here. April, you have the Wheel of Fortune and you have the conflict. So April Fool's energy, there could be something that shows up in the month of April that does cause a little bit of conflict here with the wheel. I feel like this may be a little bit of karma. Okay, a little bit of karma. Now, whether it's karma being played out by you or karma being played out by those around you, but you have an opportunity this month to take a look. And remember what I said in the beginning? There could be some challenges that show up for you, but you've already learned a lesson. This is one of those months. So again, it is kind of like an April Fool's, where you're going to find a solution. The conflict card can be about overcoming those obstacles. It can be about triggers, adversity, opposition. This is, different views. There could be competition, and it doesn't surprise me, as I do feel April on a global, collective level. It's also the energy of Aries season as well, going into Taurus season. So there can be a lot of that fiery, but yet bull ram energy, where we tend to ram into things, feel like we sometimes are hitting a little bit of a brick wall. This is about you finding solutions, and we can get that wheel spinning back in a favorable way, or at least kind of get ourselves out of a direction where we're back spinning here. Okay, so with the wheel, and I love this, out of, the first 4 months, you have 3 major arcana. So there's going to be a lot of big changes for you this year, Virgo. And when this shows up, I feel like destiny and fate will be stepping in here saying, all right, Virgo, here's a turning point in your life when it comes to maybe your fortune, when it comes to your relationships, your health. How are you going to respond to what's being given here? And I feel like you're going to respond in a favorable way, but not without thinking things through. Let's clarify the wheel here showing up in April. What's this April Fool's energy all about? You may even feel like something is, I don't want to say too good to be true, but again, it's that April Fool energy of it only lasts a day, or it's something that comes in quick. It's almost like a trickery energy, but then at the last minute, you realize that, wow, that doesn't even have anything to do with me, or that's not true. That was an illusion, that's hidden. And then you get back on track. So let's clarify. Spirit, please clarify the wheel and conflict for April, please. Whoa, okay, see what I mean? It's almost like it jumps up, it shoots up, and then you're back to, Page of Cups. There could be some sort of message that surprises you, but ultimately Page of Cups is a beautiful energy. See, look at this, is perfect. You have the fish jumping out of the cup, and it's like something you're trying to grasp onto, but I feel like it's actually going to be better. It's going to be more beneficial. It's fated. It's destiny here. So try not to grasp onto anything. Go with the flow more this month. So interesting take on the wheel and the conflict. So again, short-lived. If you're triggered or if there is some sort of fluke, I feel like it's going to get fixed, or it will be. There could be professional guidance as well. Maybe it feels like a little bit of tug of war. Maybe it has to do with taxes, finances, but it's like destiny and fate intervene here to kind of show you that either something isn't meant to be or it's out of your hands, but it will be intersected with divine guidance, okay? So in the month of May, we have timing at play here with the Five of Cups in reverse. So I feel like you've been working on releasing some maybe bitterness, resentment. Maybe you've been working on forgiving. Maybe there was some disappointment here in the past. Now the Five of Cups is about allowing yourself the time, which you have timing, to grieve, to go through some sort of loss, some disappointment. But I feel in the month of May, you're saying, all right, the waiting period is over. I've already done the healing, right? I've already worked on a situation. Now divine timing is at play here, and you're going to see some sort of results, okay? Because you've been as patient as you possibly could be in a situation here, Virgo. And I feel like you are moving towards your Six of Cups, right? You're moving towards, moving towards a better outcome. Some of you are thawing from a situation. You see the ice and it's almost like she's hanging on. You see the moon there. So there was some uncertainty about when something would start to get better, when it would improve. I feel like the time is now. Now, not saying that you're going to feel this Five of Cups throughout, the year, but there could still be little pangs of it. There could be little speckles at times that come in and remind you of some loss or some hurt that you've been through. It's part of the human experience, but I don't feel like you're letting it take over like you have in the past, right? The timing is here, and this is the time to really release and move out of the Five of Cups entirely and move towards something better. Because what do we see coming in? Look at this. You have a breakthrough followed by the Ten of Pence. Ten of Materials here. This is all about you healing, maybe through some financial struggles, some family debt or family drama. Okay, this Ten of Pentacles, when you have the breakthrough, something has been difficult here for you. It could be that happily ever after, finding or achieving that. Now, I'm not saying overnight you're going to have happily ever after, but there's a big, big breakthrough when it comes to finances, when it comes to home, when it comes to family, leaving a legacy. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is the dream, right? Whatever that dream is for you. Maybe it's to be able to not live paycheck to paycheck. Maybe your dream home. Maybe it's a family dynamic. Maybe it's to grow and build a business. Perhaps it's to travel anywhere you want and work from home. Whatever the dream is for you. And I say that in quotes because it is what you are wanting to accomplish here in the material world, right? But the material, the pentacle realm, is the slowest moving energy because it takes a lifetime to build these things. It doesn't happen overnight. So there's something huge happening for you in the month of June. That's a big breakthrough, right? You have the timing card. This is really, really quite beautiful. For some of you, I do feel like when it comes to dealing with maybe the pain or disappointment of a loss with the Five of Cups, some of you are having a major breakthrough. Maybe you've struggled ever since so-and-so has crossed over, or maybe you've struggled financially ever since that divorce. I feel like you've been picking up the pieces here, Virgo, and it looks like June is a big breakthrough month for you. And so I feel this is really exciting. It's going to feel like finally I'm getting to this point that I've worked for 10, 20 years on. Some of you could even be deciding to retire. Okay, maybe go off, start your own business. Some of you may be mending or reconnecting with a family member or a loved one. It's not about an ex coming back into the picture at all, but I feel like it is healing some sort of tradition or family environment here. There's victory, epiphanies, moments of truth and advancement. So this could even be a job offer that really puts you in a position where you're able to take care of your family, where you're able to take family vacations if that's part of the dream, where you're able to help family members out, maybe leave behind a legacy. Pay off some debt is what I'm getting as well. Some of you are going to be able to pay something off here. So in the month of July, by the way, June, and we'll do an overview at the end of your highlights, your big months and months that could be a little more, pay attention to months. But we have here in the month of July, look at this. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. Actually, yep, it's in reverse. So you're letting go of an old perspective, an old lifestyle, an old way of doing things. The Hanged Man typically has a very illuminated crown chakra, and we do see that in this card as well. You can see that she's hanging there upside down, and there is, it's almost like the third eye looking back. The crown is open. You're letting go. You're really tuning into that divine connection with your higher self, with your guides, with your, with source energy. This is about liberating yourself. Some of you may have been stuck in an old belief for quite some time. Maybe you thought something was never going to happen. Maybe you thought that you were stuck in a situation or an environment, or a relationship. Whatever it may be for you, it could even be a belief system. It could be an old habit or pattern, but this is the month of freedom. You're liberating yourself. You could be leaving that job. Maybe you're retiring, maybe leaving a home, a relationship, whatever it may be. There's growth here. There's goodbyes. This is ascension, closure, life lessons. And we talk about that in the beginning as well. And this is flow. So I absolutely feel without a doubt, Virgo, that you're taking the lessons that you've acquired in the past and they're really helping you move through the chapters here. Because 2024 is going to be a very up and down energy all across the globe, right? There's going to be a lot, but self-sustainability, you being prepared and ready in a way, even if you don't feel like it on a physical level, energetically you are, and you're liberating yourself from that which holds you back. You're gaining new perspectives about life, and I feel like it's very healing, very therapeutic. Now, as you go into August, you have family, and you have the Four of Swords. Some of you could be taking a family trip, right? With the Four of Swords. Maybe you're having some downtime. There could be retreat here. This is also the card of self-love, renewal. I am getting, this could be a really beautiful month for stability in the family, finding stability, finding ancestral healing even. Maybe there's news of pregnancy or birth this month as well. This is about you taking a break, catching your breath, rejuvenating, instead of maybe overworking, overthinking, ignoring the signs of rest. Maybe you're spending a little more time with your family in the month here of August. This is about inheritance. There could be some sort of inheritance. Maybe there was a family loss or something that really felt emotionally disappointing. I feel like you're going to inherit some sort of silver lining from whatever that situation was. And it could show up in the form of money. It could show up in the form of understanding, awareness. It could be a home. I feel good about this energy here. There is a lot more stability coming in. This is the card of fertility, parents, foundation, and stability with the Four of Swords. So I'd much rather see this than the Three of Swords, which we do not have here because I feel in 2023 or prior, you had your Three of Swords then. And this is the year again that you're putting the pieces back together and you're focusing on you and what makes you happy, what's financially lucrative, soul tribe, health. You're just paying attention to the things that you may have been putting on the back burner. All right, look at this. You have the star and the mending card. Major healing taking place here in the month of, let's see here, September. We have mending, we have the star. Things are coming together here for you in a beautiful way. The star is all about inspiration. It's about healing, guidance, positivity, and not giving up on those dreams of yours, right? Because we see that you're starting to finally feel the breakthrough. You're feeling that things are getting a little bit easier or feeling like they're finally coming together for you. This is about healing, repairing, therapy, psychic surgery. For some of you, it is about forgiveness. And I feel like you're releasing something, you're letting something go in order to bring it together. And we see that you've changed your mindset, you've shifted your perspective. And you're going to see that once you do that here, Virgo, your life changes radically. There's radical change, radical healing that takes place, especially when it comes to family, stability, even finances that affect family, right? This is really big energy and it starts with you. Okay, and maybe you're telling yourself, why didn't this happen sooner? Or why did I have to wait so long for this? Well, it makes it all the better here. And there is a sense of accomplishment at the end of the tunnel. It's like that light at the end of the tunnel is showing up here for you. We see in the tunnel, there's the light, there's the breakthrough in the month of June. And you're going to be in a better place here than maybe you were prior. So don't give up on those dreams because they are coming together here this month. Now in the month of October, this is the completion. You've finally withdrawn or you've chose a healthier lifestyle, healthier relationships. This is cycles coming to fruition or coming to completion. You have the detox and the world card. So there could be, I'm getting a surprise element was the phrase I just heard. There's a surprise element based on healthy decisions and choices that you've made. And there could be world travel. There could be global impacting here for the better, something healthy. Maybe you're looking into holistic health, wellness. You could be teaching people how to be healthier within their energy, to raise their vibrations. You could be reaching people on a global level or traveling as well to a place that's green or to a place that just feels better. You're withdrawing from the drama. You're definitely cleansing your energy, releasing, and this is healthy body, mind, and soul. And I have a feeling it does have something to do with maybe products, earth-based products or plant-based products here as well. There is some sort of victory, celebratory energy in the month of October. There is accomplishment here, and I'm also getting a very happy ending based on the decisions that you're making. So I'm getting a power month here. October is definitely going to be a powerful month for you. You could also hit some weight loss goals. You could hit some health goals in the month of October that maybe you've set the intention or started earlier on in the year. Now, in the month of November, you have adventure and you have the Four of Cups, but it's in reverse, which means that if there is travel going on in the month of November, for some of you, there's new opportunities. This is exciting times ahead, maybe even spiritual quest, world travel, which we see. You could be planning or booking a trip. Maybe you are heading there in October or November. I also get that some of you who have felt disconnected, maybe you've been at a distance from family, or maybe there was a long distance relationship or something of that nature. Maybe you were dissatisfied with a situation of the past. I feel like there's excitement coming in. It's almost like you're creating a new memory. So for example, let's say in the month of November, you were used to feeling disappointed when it comes to maybe a certain event that's always happened for you in November. But I feel with the main energy being adventure, it's like something more exciting fills its place. Okay. It's like yes, there's been loss, but there is exciting times coming in. I mean, November is going to be a powerful month anyway, especially here in the United States with the election season, things of that nature. But I feel with the Four of Cups, something is replaced here for the better. Okay. I mean, that could be personally, professionally, globally, economically, politically, but it's definitely about new opportunities coming in. And the Four of Cups is actually the card of new opportunity when it shows up in reverse, which it did. So there may have been missed opportunities in the past, or maybe it was frustrating, but this time around, it's replaced with something better. So I like this. I like this clarification. And in the month of December, we have Heart's Desire followed by the Five of Wands, Five of Inspiration. Now, this is interesting because typically it's a whole lot of different people on the Five of Wands, different people. But in this Five of Wands, it's almost like it's different aspects of oneself. It's the same person, but climbing to the top. So you may have heard the phrase, we should never be, trying to compare ourselves to anyone but who we were yesterday. So I feel like there is an energy within yourself of being better than you were yesterday. It's about taking a look at some of the things that maybe you've struggled with and the things that you've worked on, the things that maybe you fell back down a couple steps, a couple notches, right? But you're climbing back up and you see that there's mirrors all around. So I feel like you're being reflected. And it's interesting on here as well. It's like she's standing in this hole. This may have been where you've started, kind of about to fall into this hole or just wanting to avoid it. And then in this energy, there's a mirror that's reflected right back at her, but she refuses to see, right? And then on this journey, there's a tad bit of a happy dance starting from the root chakra. So I feel like there's some sort of movement when it comes to stability here for you. And then the next one, it's like she's climbing above, right? There's something that she's now aware of. She has a new perspective on. And then at the very top, she's showing up, right? There's a mirror there and she's aware that what she's putting out there is reflected back to her. So you've had to go through these specific stages in your evolution here, Virgo. And this is all about heart's desire as well. The wands are very passionate. They're very fiery. And your overall themed energy is heart's desire. So this could be a passion project that you're fighting for in a way. This could be Kundalini energy. It can be sacral. It can be sexuality, sensuality, creativity, passion, desires. It's about making decisions as well from, the heart space, from emotion as well as intuition. This is about heart health and a love for what you do. Even if you've had to really climb your way to the top, I feel like you're in a way above the competition, not through comparing though. If anyone, if you're comparing yourself to anyone, it's the old version of you and how far you've come and to who you are now and to who you want to become. It's like you're going through these steps and these stages. So in the month of December, there's a lot of passion, a lot of that orange energy. So I would say here, orange and yellow are your best friends in the month of December. You may want to work with orange or yellow crystals such as citrine or orange calcite. Carnelian is a really good one as well. I'm also hearing tiger's eye for some of you. Tiger's eye, which is this one right here. And this can help you focus on your heart's desire. But it's also about being open to different ways of doing things, okay? Different aspects, taking all of the little pieces of yourself that you've learned, maybe a piece that you've learned 10 years ago, and then integrating it with something that you've learned 10 days ago. And I feel like you're blending the energies towards your heart's desire. So this is a beautiful energy as well. So Virgo, we see a lot of growth, a lot of evolution, a lot of you in charge of your reality here, which is great because I feel in the past, it's almost like you were push and pulled, right? It felt at any given moment that something was going to be pulled out from underneath you. Now, power months for you are January with the body talk and the magician. This is saying that you have everything you need to hit those intentions on a high note, to move towards some resolution, to get healthy, to move in new directions, because the magician is masculine. The magician is action oriented. And it's also about how we use our power. It's the right use of power. So even if people have misused their power in the past and projected it onto you, maybe told you you weren't good enough, weren't skinny enough, weren't pretty enough, whatever it may be, you can break through all of those projections, those illusions, and say, you know what? Yes, I can. Yes, I am. I got this. So utilize that energy of Capricorn and Aquarius this month. I'm also getting with you, Virgo, you're going to hit the ground running in a really positive way. Even if it doesn't immediately feel like that overnight, I feel like the momentum, the energy, the mind is going to really move forward in action. Okay. Now, for another highlight or high month, I feel for you is again, okay, let's see here, is June. This is a really big, powerful month with the breakthrough, the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, we want to see this. We want to head towards the 10 of Pentacles. But again, it is one of the slowest moving energies, the Pentacle realm, but it's slow and steady wins the race in a way. Sometimes it feels like that slow and steady is a turtle that's flipped over, right? And it's on its shell and the legs are up in the air struggling to get over. And I feel for a lot of you, you've been the flipped turtle, right? Upside down for years on end, but I feel like you're getting back on track here. All right, another highlight. I do feel that July is a powerful month for letting go and seeing things from a new perspective. And that can be sometimes the most powerful thing. We don't give the Hanged Man enough credit because we feel like we stay stuck, we stay in limbo. But when we get ourselves unstuck, when we're able to see that we actually have a choice, a new direction, pay attention to the neck as well, because the neck, the shoulders can hold a lot of tension when it comes to inflexibility, maybe even stubbornness or viewing things from one way or another. You're letting go of that, and that can be powerful. That can change our reality, right? Another power month for you, I would say here is definitely October. You have the detox in the world. So I feel really good. I feel healthy about this. I feel like you're going to be proud of yourself. There's victory, accomplishment, and then yeah, so those are your power months. So months that you may want to take a closer look at, especially if you're taking notes here, is February, because you could get lost down memory lane here, but I feel like you have the patience here to find that balance, and we talked about that here. Another month for you could be January, February, March, April Fool's energy, but know that it's not something that is going to last all month. It just could be something that comes in. There's a little bit of a tug of war. There's something that's unexpected that may show up, but I feel divine intervention is going to take place here. So I don't feel like it's with the wheel, it's pretty big, but it's like it gets back on track sooner than you think here. We have I don't even think that the timing, the 5 of Cups here, I feel like this is a good time to see things in a new perspective, to get moving on. I like this energy more so than I feel like it's a challenge month. I would say here, the next month that we have, really, I feel like it looks overall good, but we have September. This is mending, and that's the star. So September could be a month where you may be tested at times, tested to put things together, build those dreams. Maybe it feels a little bit of that tug of war, but Spirit is saying, don't give up. Things are coming together. Even if it doesn't always look that way, it is happening behind the scenes. So, wow, you have a lot of major arcana. 1, 2, 3. We have 4, 5, and 6 out of 12. I mean, that's not a coincidence. 6 out of 12 major arcanas means that 2024 for you, you're going to have a lot of life changes. Okay, this major arcanas are very big energy. It is about, the process, going through the hero's journey, the fool's journey, right? So I feel like there's going to be a lot of shifts happening here for you this year, but it looks like you have the wisdom, you've been equipped, you've been planning, you have what it takes to really move forward through these changes and embrace them instead of resisting them. Because I don't see tons of resistant cards, except maybe the 5 of Cups, a little bit of the, Hanged Man here, and the 4 of Cups. But I feel like you aren't going to sit in that too long, because you've done that in the past. You've healed what you've needed to heal. And if there's any residual healing here, you're putting that on the front burner instead of putting that over here, numbing it, suppressing it, not dealing with it. So when we're able to have these things come up, Virgo, within ourselves, we don't attach, right? We don't attach ourselves to something specific. And that attachment is what can create dis-ease. It's what can create us being stuck in an energy. And I just feel like you're walking along 2023. You have your scissors here, or your wand, or your swords, whatever you want to call it. Maybe Edward Scissorhand is kind of what we can look at here. And you're walking along 2024, and I feel like you're snip, 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 snip. There's, and before you know it, you have one of those bushes that are magnificent because you've created. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing here, March is the perfect month, but I feel like you're not going to allow any of the setbacks, and maybe using that Edward Scissorhands reference, right? He doesn't have traditional hands, so he has to compromise. There has to be some sort of balance, and he figures out what he can do with what he has. And that's what I feel like you're doing. And you're realizing that you can use it for the better. You're using your skills, your gifts, your talents, and what you've been given, right? The hands that you've been dealt. You're realizing that maybe that small 4 and that small 8 that you have in your poker hand actually lands you a full house on the river. So for those of you that are familiar with poker, I feel like you're doing what you can with I don't want to say a crappy hand of cards, but it's almost like something beautiful comes at the end of a situation, or you feel like you were dealt something bad, but actually it's quite good. It turns out in your favor. So that is what I have for your 2024. I hope it resonates, Virgo. I really do like this energy for you. I'm proud of you. I feel like there's a lot of accomplished energy and a lot of action, a lot of movement, a lot of big life choices for you this year. If this resonates, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. And I would love to hear in the comment section below which month stands out to you the most. Okay, I know Virgo, August and September, of course, we do have your birth month rolling in, so it makes sense that we're seeing a lot of, healing, mending, coming together. But I also get that there's other months here that stand out for you. Drop them in the comment section below. Share, like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And thank you so very much for tuning in, Virgo. Lots of love.